Hello, beautiful ladies. As we approach the end of the year, I want to ask you something and I want you to be honest. How do you want to feel when you close your laptop for the last time this year? Do you want to feel proud, peaceful, or just relieved that it's over? Well, if you're anything like most of the women that I coach, you've spent the past few months juggling goals, clients, expectations, and maybe, just maybe, you've been sprinting to finish strong, right? That's what most of us were taught. But here's the truth: finishing strong doesn't mean finishing exhausted, it means finishing aligned. So, in today's episode, I want to help you redefine what it means to end your year, say that 3 times, well, with grace and self trust and even joy. All of that intact. Join me and let's talk about it. Hello, beautiful one. Thanks for tuning in and welcome to Business by Design podcast. Your next level starts here. This is the 10-minute reset for women entrepreneurs who know there's another level waiting for them. Hi, I'm Valerie Priester, your host and your mindset and strategy catalyst. Each week, you'll get two essentials: a mindset reset to quiet the self doubt that keeps you circling the same plateau, and a strategic architect move, a practical step you can plug into your business before the episode even ends. Listen, this is what I promise: no fluff, just focused clarity so you can trade busy work for purposeful and powerful momentum. Are you ready? Let's design your victory starting now. So let's start with something real. Most women don't undercharge because they don't know their value, right? They undercharge because they've been conditioned to prove it. I can't tell you how many times I run across this when working with clients. From an early age, many of us were taught to earn approval through service, right? To be helpful, to be kind. How many times we heard that? Be kind, right? And be accommodating, right? Because again, that's what we were taught, right? Those are, of course, beautiful traits to have, but in business, they can become costly habits. And that's exactly what ends up happening, because then you compromise on what you charge, right? So when you're afraid to charge more, it's not that you're just battling a pricing strategy, like what should I charge? What should my fee be? You're battling years and years of programming that says play small so others can feel comfortable. How many of you can relate to that? I know I could, right? And again, I've coached so many women through this process. And I remember one of my clients, um, she had been in business for almost 10 years. Her clients adored her, but she hadn't raised her prices in like 4 or 5 years. And when I asked her why, she said, well, because I don't want people to think I'm greedy. Can't tell you how many times I've heard that one too. But here's what I told her: greed takes, worth contributes, right? And that conversation changed everything for her. She raised her rates by about 30%, and none of her clients left. Imagine that, right? In fact, she started to attract clients who were more invested in the transformation that she offered, because her energy said, I believe in my value and I'm ready to serve at that level, right? Whatever energy we're putting out there, that's the energy level that we will attract people on. So when we're being timid and holding back and not charging what we should be charging for the value and the transformation that we bring, we're going to attract clients who are looking for less than what we have to offer. Now, here's the reframe for you, right? You've got to think about what you're really selling, because you're not selling coaching sessions. You're not selling design hours. You're not selling deliverables. You're selling transformation. You're selling the confidence, the clarity, and the freedom that your clients are craving. And when you discount your worth, you send a signal that says, not just, when you send that signal, you're sending that signal not just to your clients, but you're also sending it to yourself that says what you have to offer is negotiable. And I promise you, your purpose is not up for negotiation. So here's how to start shifting your money mindset so that you can step into playing the bigger role, playing full out, and asking for what you deserve and for the value that you bring, right? I don't like to say like charge what you're worth. I know everyone knows what that means, but sometimes to me, what it feels like is like we're putting a price on our worth, and that's impossible, right? So I'd rather say charge for the value and the transformation that you bring. So how do you shift your money mindset to get there? Well, number one, you have to anchor your price in impact, not comparison, right? Don't base your rates on what others are charging. I see that a lot of times. People are like, well, I'm going to look and see what the market is charging and what other coaches are charging and what other, service-based business are charging. Don't base it on that. Base your prices on the transformation that you create. And then you have to detach validation from your price tag. Now, this is what happens when I believe that people focus on charging your worth, right? We're attaching our validation to a price. And you really can't do that. Your fee is not a measure of your goodness or your humility. It doesn't measure either one of those. It's a reflection of your expertise and the energy that you bring to the table. And here's another thing you want to do. You want to normalize expansion, right? When your experience grows, your rates should also grow. Stagnant pricing is really a form of self-sabotage. And then here's the last one. Say your price without apologizing. The moment you flinch when you say your price, your potential client feels it. So speak your price as a fact, not as a favor. You're not here to do them a favor. You're here to serve them, to create an impact in their lives and give them what they truly need and desire. And that's not a favor, right? A lot of people, talk about the amount that you charge per hour. I just want you to always remember that no matter what that amount is, you had to pay way more than that, like 1,000 times that, to gain the knowledge and the expertise that you have gained to be able to serve your clients. So know that charging your worth isn't just a business strategy. It's an act of self-trust, that you trust what you have to deliver enough and you trust in yourself enough to charge for the value that you bring. And what it says is, I no longer shrink to fit my comfort zone. I expand to fit my calling. So you deserve to be well paid for the impact that you make. And because the world doesn't need any more women working harder for less, it needs more women thriving and doing the thing that they love and serving in the way that they love. That's what we need more of. And you have it to give, you have it to serve, and you should be well paid for it. Remember, designing your victory is always a choice. And I want you to consider starting now by trusting that your work is worthy. And my dear, so are you. We'll see you next time. Well, my amazing ones, that's your focus shift for today. If it sparked a new thought, follow the show and share it with a friend who's also ready for clarity. For those of you that have been following me, I want you to know I truly appreciate you. For those that are new to me, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you continue to follow. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. Sharing is caring. Want to keep the momentum going? Check the show notes for my newest free resource. You can be sure it's most timely to help you take your next confident step. I'll meet you next Thursday for another dose of mindset and strategy tailored for the business and life you truly want. Remember, Designing your victory is a choice. Start with one clear, purposeful action today.